what to do if people are kind of short on a call. I'm in a group and someone posted this, that they had someone that was kind of giving like one word answers and really wasn't opening up. And especially in the worst part of the call I hate is the rapport phase, when you start the call and you do the small talk and people think they have to go into rapport. To me, it's superficial rapport and I don't like it at all. I guess you got to gauge the person you're talking to, but like if people don't like small talk, which I think is the case with the other person that posted the comment, then you're just pissing them off. And true rapport doesn't even come from there. It doesn't like, I like baseball, you like baseball, you have kids, I have kids. Okay, you're going to spend $5,000-$10,000 with me. It doesn't work like that. Maybe at a low end thing, if you're selling a widget and you got 5 people to choose from, of course you're going to buy from the person you like the most. But at the end of the day, if they don't think you can solve their problem and they don't have certainty in that, it doesn't matter how nice you are, right? It's like, I don't know, most people on the calls, I mean, you want to be extreme, but they would rather have like a Dr. House where I'm like, okay, I know this is I'm going to be fixed. I don't care if he's a jerk. Now, you don't have to be a jerk. You can be nice. I hate that word, but you can be cool and be an expert, right? And that's where it's like the whole know, like, and trust thing. It's kind of BS. It's the only one that really matters is the trust. They can know you, they can like you, they can love you. And the only thing that's going to give you is a nicer no. All right. So let's get into this comment here. Advice and tips for getting rapport when you can't get more than one word answer out of someone during the rapport part of the call. Well, I just said that. I would just move on that, And then it says, for context, happened yesterday. She seemed a bit standoffish, resistant, not specifically to me, but just kind of in general. So she's probably been beaten down, tried so many things. Billy knew who she was speaking to. She can remember my webinar in particular. Okay, so here's a problem right here. Couldn't remember my webinar in particular. Like, this is horrible. I would not even move on from this part, okay? Doesn't remember me, doesn't remember the webinar. I'm going to end the call. That's it. Go watch. I'll send you a link to the webinar. Watch it. Make sure it's something you still even want to talk about. If it is, book another call. If it's not, it's been great talking to you. End it. It's ridiculous. There's no framing. That's the whole problem with this call. It's already done. The frame is weak. I can tell you right now. Okay, so let's keep going. Couldn't get her to say anything. I asked about her city and how they're doing with COVID. Horrible thing to say. Don't bring up COVID. Don't bring up all that stuff. And how she found me, good question. I asked about interest a bit on a day, what she does, blah, blah, blah. It's just small talk stuff, right? Eventually decided, move forward with Uncover. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Get into it since she wants to tell me her problems. Now, some people just want to complain. They just want to complain to you, right? Which is okay. You got to get them to start there, right? And she gave me some about information, still one-word answers, right? So in my mind, from the school I was coming from with my sales background, if you don't like the answers you're getting, then ask better questions. It's that simple, right? And I would not let someone not answer me, right? So if I ask a question, sometimes people go on these tangents and don't answer it. Go right back to the question. How many clients did you get last month? Well, last month was tough, and I had this problem. Blah blah blah. They go on this big story, and they don't answer you. Okay, cool, gotcha. How many clients specifically did you get last month? 0. Okay, that's something you can work at. Gotcha. And you just stay. You don't let them slide with bullshit answers. And if they're giving you like one-word answers, you need to get maybe open-ended questions, right? And if they're not giving you what you want, then you got to chunk down, be more specific, right? And not let them off the hook. Let's see here. Let me go back to the... All right. Yeah, problems. It was clear I could help it. Yeah, but didn't have enough rapport to go the rest of the call. So the thing with this is, let me put my iPad up here real quick. With rapport, it's like I said, it's not about whether she opens up about what she likes to do, what her hobbies are, I mean, you can do some small talk things. Like, I like to put them on the spot personally. I'd be like something like, I'll give you something I might say. And this is even if I go into it, depending, but it would be like, okay, hey, before we jump into it, like, Debbie, why don't you tell me a little bit about you? Like, what are you about? Are you married? Do you have kids? Like, what's your story? Like, what about, like, tell me something about you. Something like that. It doesn't matter. Like, whatever. Get them to talking about you. It makes them kind of on their heels a little bit. They got to start, like, trying to sell themselves to you a little bit. But anyway, let me change the scene here. All right. Let me shrink my iPad down. Whoa, real life stuff, guys. All right, rapport. All right, so there's a saying in NLP, Richard Bandler says, if you need rapport, get it, right? If you need it, get it. I don't necessarily think you need it at the beginning of the call. So, where am I here? Let me pull my little, give me a second. Whoa. I don't have it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, so rapport. Rapport actually comes from, believe it or not, when you can, people will come to you and they think that their problem is this. Right? I have a problem with my Facebook ads. Right? They think that's the problem, whatever it is. Right? They have a problem with anxiety. They have a problem with this. Whatever they think the real problem is almost never the real problem. So our job as coaches on the call is to listen and to listen to what they say and what they don't say, and be able to go down the rabbit hole until we get what we're looking for, which is the truth. And when you can have them have a like an aha moment, or when they realize the real problem, which is not what they think it is, real problem, Jeepers Creepers, can't write tonight, then that'll allow them to have that shift, right, or breakthrough, which is necessary. If they don't have a shift or a breakthrough or aha moment, they're never going to enroll, okay? So rapport comes from colliding with people, with their ideas and beliefs. And it doesn't have to be confrontational. It usually is, and sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it can just be asking a question and them having that limiting belief blow up on itself. That's the best way, right? You don't want to tell people. Like, you have to ask a question and get them. If you say, this is what's going on, this, they have to dismiss it. But when you ask a question, so they arrive at it and they have the, oh my God, I never thought of it that way. Wow. For 20 years, I've thought it's been this way. Now you have that opportunity to open up, right? That's where the trust comes in. That's where the rapport is. When you can hold that mirror up and they can say, oh my God, I have been lying to myself. I have been doing this. And they're saying it. You're not saying it. That's where the rapport comes. I don't even like the word. It's all about trust. It's all about trust. Rapport is cool. I think if you want to do the little intro thing, I think it can be nice, but keep it short. Keep it like a minute or two and move on. Especially and don't force it. If people aren't opening up and they're not like that sociable, there's different types of personality. You have to know every kind of personality type. And some people, you're going to just lose even more rapport with them. You get the rapport through the problem, right? And getting to the actual solution. So get rapport through asking the right questions, through going deep, getting to the truth so they can have that shift, that aha moment, that, oh my God, I can't believe I've never seen it that way. That's really what's going on. And then that's what it is. It's like when that's the solution and you're like, holy cow, that's the real problem. Now they're going to open up to listen to the solution, because most people are afraid to collide with people, right? And you have to on some level, right? It's not confrontational, but you have to have their belief and your belief have to smash. And that's what frames are, right? Their view of the world and your view of the world. Whichever frame is stronger is going to absorb the other frame, right? So if this person has so much uncertainty and doubt in their life, and they're so strong about their problems, and your solution, you're pretty strong about it, but they're stronger with their doubt and insecurity and why they're broke and why they can't do it, then you get sold. You get sold on that, and their frame absorbs yours, and you start thinking, oh, maybe it is too much. Maybe I need to lower my prices again. Maybe people just don't want to pay for this. When the truth is, you didn't really get down to the real truth of the problem, of the past pain, the current pain, and the future pain. And then the deeper you can go in the pain, the bigger you can create the dream and the vision, and the bigger the gap you can create. And that's where people are going to, when the pain of staying where they're at is greater than the pain of change, that's when you get a new client. And how do you do that? You get them to realize what's really going on, what's it really costing them if they don't change. That's it, guys. All right. If you have any topics you want me to go over, just put them in the message below. Any kind of anything, objections, whatever you think the real problem is, guaranteed it isn't the real problem, like we just said, right? Anyway, I had another one I was going to do tonight about when people say they weren't a good fit. Oof, that one gets me sideways too. I'll do that another day for you guys. I saw this one. I was sideways with this, like, who are you? Tell me again what you do. Like, are you serious? Like, you have to own the frame or end the call. Like, seriously, I will blow up a call if I have to keep the frame. Like, if you don't have the frame control, you got nothing. You know, if someone's driving in the car and you're on the call trying to do a call, like, you need to have the strong frame that says, listen, I told you on the application, if you didn't have it on the application, you should put it there, right? I'm not going to do a call when you're driving in your car. You know, reschedule or whatever you want to say, right? But like, end the call. Like, if you're not going to take this serious, I'm taking an hour of my time for you. If you're not even taking it serious, you're going to be driving and going to the store. I had a client there was a lady checking out in the supermarket. And thank God she ended the call, because I would have lost it trying to do a call like that. Anyway, all right, guys, I think I went on longer than I wanted to. All right, guys, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.